In this video we're going to talk about the treble clef. The treble clef, let's write it down here, is sometimes called the G clef, kind of because it resembles a capital G, or uppercase G. So if I draw a treble clef here, and I'm not the best treble clef drawing person on earth, but that's not too bad. So you can sort of see, looks like a capital G, you can imagine that. Another reason why the treble clef is called the G clef is because this part of the tail loops around this line that's second from the bottom. And when we see a treble clef symbol, we know that notes that fall on this line are G's. And so any note you see on this line is a G in treble clef. So if we know where one note is, because we know the musical alphabet, we know where all of the other notes are. So we know that there's an F on this space. If we go down the musical alphabet, if we go up, there's an A. If we go up from the A, on the next line is a B. On the next space is a C. On the next line is a D. On the next space is an E. And on the next line is an F. Now if we go back down, so a G on the line, F on the space, down one more, it's going to be an E. Common question when we get to homework, I think it's number 3, where you have to write in, it gives you the letter names and you have to write in the note heads. If, say, you had to write the word deed, D-E-E-D, or D-E-E-D, sometimes people will ask, how do I know which place to put the note head? Do I put the E up here or the E down here? For the purposes of that homework, it doesn't really matter. In terms of the way this would work if we were thinking about where these notes are on the piano, this E would be the one closest above middle C. So if we count down, so E is on the line, D is under the staff, and then our next ledger line down would be C, and this is middle C. And so this E would be the one just 2 white keys up from middle C. This E would be 2 white keys and then 8 white keys, so 10 white keys higher. So in reality, if you saw a note here, it's going to sound lower, an octave lower, 8 notes lower, than if you saw an E here. Couple more things. If we keep going up, so E is on the space, F is on the line, the one that sits on top is G. I put it in parentheses because sometimes people forget that. And then the first ledger line up here would be an A. So people remember the treble clef with the following acronyms. Every good boy does fine. Those are the notes that fall in the spaces. Every good boy deserves fudge. Elephants go belly dancing Friday. Elvis got big dancing feet. Whatever. Those are the ones that come to my head right now. I'm sorry there's not more about girls. I feel like there's too many about boys, but this is the world we live in, and maybe we can improve on that at some point. People remember the notes that fall on the spaces because they spell face. And I personally have never needed an acronym for that. So we have every good boy does fine, the notes that are on the lines, and face, the notes that are on the spaces. And that is the treble clef.